Hey, this is Rod from Ramcity. Today I'm going to be showing you how to install a solid-state drive into a desktop computer. Now, this is a bit of a beast, but the procedure applies with pretty much any desktop computer. The equipment that you'll need to install your solid-state drive is firstly a good surface to work on, an anti-static mat. You'll also need an anti-static wrist strap. Just attach it to the edge of your mat. Now, the reason we do this is to protect all of our equipment from electrostatic discharge. And if you want to learn more about ESD, have a look at this video. You will also need a spare SATA power cable. It's either going to be one in your case, or you may need to buy one of these, which will connect to an existing Molex cable. You might also need a spare SATA data cable. Once again, you might have a spare one in your computer already. Have a look. If you don't, you'll need one of these, and also you'll need to have a spare SATA data port on your motherboard, and most have got more than enough. You're also going to need some sort of adapter or drive carrier or drive converter to convert your solid-state drive to a 3.5-inch drive format. A solid-state drive is a 2.5-inch drive, and typically most desktop computer drives and bays are designed with this size in mind. So this carrier from Kingston allows us to convert this into this. And now we're going to show you exactly the items that you'll need to have available inside your computer so you can install your solid-state drive. And the first thing is the spare SATA data port, which we've got a spare one there. We also need a spare SATA data cable, which I can't see inside this case, so we're going to use our spare one. That's now plugged in, and I'm going to route the other end of that through the back, because that's where the drive ports will be. We also need to have a SATA power cable, and I do have a spare one here, so we'll use that for the SSD. And we also need to have a spare drive bay. And I actually took this drive sled out. You can see that's the spare one that I'm going to use the Kingston drive carrier in. Now we'll just turn the case around and we'll pull the cables through. And there's our SATA data cable, and there's our SATA power cable. Okay, so now what we're going to do is put our SSD into our drive sled. So as you can see, the SSD and the drive sled are not the same size. So for that, we're going to use our Kingston drive carrier, which will convert it from a 2.5-inch to a 3.5-inch size. So firstly, we'll put the SSD in the drive carrier. You just need to line up the SATA power and data ports with the same ones that are in the carrier. Right, and it just sits inside, and then you simply close the lid, slide it on. And this particular drive sled has got handy little pins on it which go into the screw holes on the sides of the carrier. Just need to persuade the pins in. Okay, so that's now the carrier inside the drive sled, ready to go into the machine. I just need to pinch the ends of the drive sled, and it simply slides into the drive bay. So we connect our SATA data cable, and hopefully our SATA power cable will reach. It goes over this side. If it didn't reach, I'd move it into a lower bay. But it just goes in there. Make sure they're in there firmly. Okay, so now we're ready to put the sides of the case back on, and that finalises the installation of the hardware. At this point, you could install your operating system from scratch, or if you wanted to clone your existing boot drive to your new solid-state drive, you can have a look at this video. And thanks for watching.